Hello guys, how are you today? I just wanted to show you this little game. Now, I think I have posted previous recordings on this game. You know what? Not enough of them. I love it. I have probably spent about 30 hours in this thing the last couple of weeks. You know, things have been going on with my health, and surgery is coming up, by the way, on May 12th. Ooh, I'm so excited. Yeah, anyway, but then it'll be over, so that's cool. But this has been such a blessing for me. Just kind of sit back and relax. The music is quiet. It's pretty. You hear bird song. Oh my God. Now, before we get started on this one, I am going to go up here. I've got some new stuff that I have opened. There may be more for all I know, but I think I want to try Blossom. Now, I've seen all of them to some extent. I can't remember exactly what this one looks like, but I'm feeling a blossomy kind of day, all right? Now, the thing is with this game, I am streaming this at 4 Eastern Daylight Time, 9 o'clock in the evening if you're in the UK, 10 o'clock if you're in Europe. I'm be streaming this game tonight. And I've got free keys to give away. So if you like what you see, drop in and say hello, and yeah, come and do that. Now, here's the thing. What we want to do is match these things up whenever possible. I've got this little setting turned on. See the little glow there? I know that those are the same biomes. If I right click, now I have houses going with the meadow. That doesn't match. The line is red. This is a field with a meadow. Not good, not good. Back here, I'm back to meadow that just happens to have a windmill on it. And you want to match these things up when you can, because you're going to get points for every edge that matches up. But there's going to be little quests come up. Right now, you can see that little 3+ in the little just above the windmill there. That is telling me if I put at least 3 or more fields together, that will be fulfilling that little quest. So I'm going to left click to pop that down there. And with this one, now see, the thing is, I'm looking at the sides. This side, I hope you can see my mouse in this. This side right here will allow me to place something there to match. And this side here, it's in the same place. I'm thinking if I go like this or like that, that's how I'm going to do it, because that will open up this square for an additional one, or this square, depending on what I end up getting, right? Or I could even do something like this and use the next one that's coming up to match them. And then I have the meadows over on this side. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And as soon as I pop this baby in, then, you know, things are starting to match up here. And that's pretty good. Now, I do have this one more. I think of these tiles like this. It's hard to point because I'm going to move it. But that little tiny edge of the field there, in my head, I think of those as end tiles, because they won't connect. Even if there were a field on this side, because they don't touch in the middle. To me, that's an end tile, and I really don't like to get them this early into the game. But what I am going to do with this, I want this one to have meadow all the way around it if I can. I'm sorry, if I can make that happen. Because you get extra points and extra tiles. You notice I've only got 37 tiles in the bottom left or right hand corner there. And if I want to be able to get more tiles, I've got to finish quests, and I've got to make these little perfect spots on the map where all of the tiles match. You know, that if I could get meadow all the way around this, then that's going to become a perfect tile, and it's going to give me bonuses. And I kind of want those bonuses. And see, that's kind of where I'd like to place it for other reasons, but that's not going to work. So, you know what? I'm going to use what I have. I'm just going to do that and pop that in. Now we've got another end tile, which I'm finding irritating because I don't want them and I'm not ready for them. I'm going to put it up here. At least it starts filling in this meadow. And this one is easy, because if I do that, now this isn't perfect, but it will give me a perfect center tile if I can continue this trend here. And it completes the 3 quests. You can see the little check marks there. And there we go. And notice the tiles. Ooh, I got more stuff. Now, water and train tracks are kind of a special case, or kind of a pain in the neck at times. And the tendency is to want to just go hauling them off into the wild blue yonder so they don't bump into each other and get your life really, really complicated. Unfortunately, that's not always the best choice either, but I'm going to go like this right now and kind of move this south. Now you notice that this matches up and that matches up. Now this can't ever be perfect though, because I blew it with the trees there, but you know what? It happens. Now with this one, I think I'm going to go like that, just because I could end up turning all of this into field, and maybe that will become useful up the way here a bit. Now this is going to be one of those that I'm not going to be able to perfect this either. So you just try to get as many sides as you can that work. You know what? And whoops, went too far. I'm just right clicking to make that turn, and this is probably as good as it's going to get. I figured these little houses, like this is a family that's been running this farm and these windmills for centuries. So they sit there in the middle of the field, right? And I find that's one of the things I love best about this game is I'm sitting here making up little stories about my community as I go. Now we've got some housing in a forest here in this next one, over here at the top of this list over here. You want to make a forest as big as you can, and I will be talking about that more later. Well, I'll be talking about that today in the stream, actually. But, and I like getting a lot of the houses together, too. But now here's the thing. I'm hoping to put a lot of fields over here. I'm going to take the water and head east and south with it. I'm going to take this and probably head north and east with it. And I've got to figure out, you know, where am I going to put a forest and where am I going to put a city? And right now, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that-ish. Totally, maybe. I could maybe run the city out in this direction and the forest down here or something. I don't know. We'll have to see how this goes. Now, that's all for it. Ew. I'm gonna do that. Now we've got field and meadow again. And that's not bad. That matches up on 3 sides already. Cool beans. And you're not going to be able to match everything. I mean, I honestly don't even try. Now, the one interesting thing with the meadows and the water tiles, you notice that that looks like it's water right out to the edge. But if I put this with the meadow edge up to it, it kind of tucks it back. It lets you play around with the shape of the water a little bit, which is kind of fun. You can make some very pretty things out of it. And right now, this matches up both my forest edge and the water meadow edge. And it kind of gives me some place to go with this forest, I guess. And that's not bad. It matches those two up and lets me head south. Ooh, another windmill. I like it. And yeah, that'll work. We're over here. Where does it look better? It looks prettier here, doesn't it? Yeah. Actually, I'm going to undo that. And I just realized, you know, these had to be turned specific ways, so the windmills are going in other directions. Now here's the thing. If I make 2 of them turning in the same direction, then the other one's the oddball out. One just looks like it's broken, but if I just completely make them all different, well, then that just looks demented. There's not a right way for me to do this, is there? That's too bad. Oh well, there we go. I'm just going to put that up there because I can, and it's easy, and it's done. Now here we have forest and housing. Can I make this work? I can. Perfect. And we finished 2 more quests, and I have more tiles. Cool beans, yeah? And isn't the music absolutely lovely? It is so pretty. Now that one little field is I'm going to end up ignoring that entirely. I'm just going to, you know, it's just going to be, yeah, who cares? Unfortunately. It's going to mess up some plans that I have already. I already know this, but it is what it is. And we're going to just pretend it's not there and ignore it. And the music feels a little loud for me at the moment, but what do we got here? 2, 4. Now, that house. Dang. You know, so I could match up the house, or I can match up that. I mean, yeah, I don't know, guys. This is going to, it's foiling some, not hard and fast plans, because I don't think there's any such thing in this game. There is obviously an element of chance, right? I mean, you can see that. You're going to get the tiles you get, and sometimes you just don't get what you wanted. But it is what it is. Now, we got to watch this, because I want to make this as big as possible. And this is sort of a tie-off again, because at this point, that matches on all three sides. But now we've got meadow over here, although I can wrap houses around it from both. You know what? That'll be fine. That'll be just fine. And over here, what do we want to do with this? Pull our hair out. Now this ends my forest again and starts a fresh one on the other side of the meadow. Huh. Well, you snarky little doodah. And I am still looking. Now, this one is a problem because I'm going to need a meadow with a railroad track in it if I want to make that a perfect thing. And I do. I always find it's really easy to start with, you know, planning or thinking about, let's make this one perfect. Because it's a clear, you know, in this case, it's a clear meadow. It's really easy to kind of focus on that. And it helps you focus on all the other places that you could be creating a perfect, you know, that meadow, right? That's not too bad. Really starting to block myself in here with the water, which I'm not keen on, but c'est la vie. This will do. This one wants 29 or more, and we have a meadow on either. How about right there? Whoops, I went one too many, didn't I? Slow down. Oh, that's not, because they're on both sides there. Well, you dang little thing, you. That puts it on 3. I'll take it. And that became perfect. Did you see that? And then you get more tiles and you get more points. It's all good. Now I would like to, oh, that's good. That'll be just fine. And it finished another quest. I get more tiles. Cool beans. And because I've got all these meadows in here, something is about to get broken no matter what I do. Now this one, we get field, the meadow on the one side, a city there, a meadow here, another house, a forest, and a field. This one is going to be so utterly impossible to match. It's like, ignore it. Like, dude, I don't even want to talk to you. This is pretty good, and it starts moving our meadow. Or not our meadow, but our fields now are kind of moving into the northwest, and I like that. That feels like a good place for them to be. Now, what is this going to do for me? Not enough of what I want it to do for me. Well, sure. Oh, good. This is a good one. Except, you know, that house, this will, notice that this is going to go fine with the water in the meadow, but that house is going to blow it. Now here, that field messes it up. This one is okay. You know what's happening here? There will be end pieces for the railroad track. It's just a little stubby end that sort of ends it. If I can find one at some point in this game that is sitting on a meadow, I will be able to make this perfect. And if I can't, I'm kind of screwed and tattooed with this, because there will be no way to get, yeah, that one's going to be a pain in the neck because of choices that I have made along the way. But, you know, oh well, whatever, it is what it is. There is an element of chance. Not everything is going to be perfect, and, you know, so what? Now, the game comes in a sandbox mode as well. You can get in here and just build it beautiful if you want to do it that, which is kind of fun. It's kind of good, right? And what do we have here? We have a house. We have a meadow, could match up there. And you want to get as many as you can because you get the points, right, for matching up the edges. That one is just not a good fit there at all, is it? It really, well, that's 2. Maybe I'll get something with housing over here. Now this would be cool here, except it won't because the track is there. This, you know what? Let's wind this out and away. Sure. She said with great enthusiasm. It'll be fine. This one we can match up 2 sides. Perfect. And here we've got, do we go with the forest? Do we try to match that up? Do we go with the housing? I think that the trees are winning out in this decision, don't you? It really feels like the trees are winning. I don't want to block that too much though. This is getting too close for comfort, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I want to leave at least 2 squares to deal with the water there too. So, so where am I going to put this baby? Right there. This is just going to be a messed up spot down here, and I think, you know, whatever. Call her done and get on with it. We got a little bit of trees over there. Ish? Sure. Why not? Yeah, that's not too bad. Now, this one, if we turn it the other way, now we're going to run into the track over here. I kind of like keeping these as close as I can, but you can't have them tripping over each other, or then it's another problem. Now, I want to show you one more thing here. I'm not going to continue a long time on this recording, but notice this little flag over here and this flag over here. And as we make our forest bigger and bigger, sometimes you end up with 4, 5, 6 flags in here. What this means is at some point, it says close the group, okay? Remember these little end, this is the easiest way to show you, this little end field over here. If I popped one on there, that would be field, that would be closed off because the field doesn't continue onto the other side. This is closed from there, and if I had something in here, that tile would become closed. These 2 sides are already closed to the fields because they're meadows on both sides. If I put a closed or tile like this, just put something that doesn't match, that closes it, obviously. And what you do is when you close off an area, those flags are fulfilled. That's an actual quest. So when you close off that area, you get a lot of points and you get more tiles. So you can keep playing the game. So you want to make these as big as you can because you can get a whole bunch of flags in one area. Then when you close it, bang, you can end up with 30, 40 more tiles, like just really, or more, quite quickly. It's pretty cool. It really is kind of neat. But you know, you want to be careful, you know, yeah. Now, do I go lake here? Do I go little river running up that way? That puts a little island in the middle, and then we have meadow on either side, which isn't bad, actually. It looks nice. I'll be honest, a lot of my decisions in this game get started with, well, oh, look, I have a little island. That is so cute. So sure, let's do that. I'm going to turn this away because I don't want these bumping into each other. They get too complicated. With this one, because we've got the trees on that side, I'm going to put them outwards. We got these 3 connect up, and now maybe we can end up with a little forest over here or something. And what are we going to do with this baby doll? That house is going to mess things up for me, isn't it? Oh, it is. Like so? Sure. And then this one becomes perfect. And I get more tiles and more points. Now, I've never gotten over 15,000 something, but I mean, you can spend a lot of time if you want to just play a nice, long, slow game and try to make everything as perfect as possible. You can. I'm not one of those people. I go, well, that looks pretty good. I'm done. But, which is why I find it relaxing. It's all good. See, if I put a meadow, well, you know, that one's going to get complicated. I'm just going to leave it. Ooh, how many can I match up here? I got forests on 2 sides, unfortunately, instead of just 1. How about like that? Sure. And the house is going to be a problem. Like so, but then that messes up a lot of sides. How many sides can I get? Just the 2. That's as good as this is going to get for me with this one, isn't it? Well, you rotten little blighter. Well, oh well, maybe this will meet up along the way. Now I'm going to turn that one out just so we start getting some options about where to go with it. Oh, look at this one. Now that would be fine. And if I end up with water on the other sides, oh, or no, I need one side with trees. Is this one? I can't always tell with the tiles. Is that going to be, that goes like that. It looks like there's trees on both sides there. That's good. That's good. That's good. This would make this one perfect. I have a hard time telling where the tiles are. That may make, it might make, you know what? Let's try it. I only get the one perfect though. Okay, let's back that up. Maybe I don't want to do that yet. So that one went up in here and here. So maybe, I don't know. There's some part of the tile here that's not matching up. I was hoping to get 2 perfects because I'm a greedy little sod, but I didn't. That could work into some up there real well. I mean, this could work. Where do I want to put this baby? I want it to, well, you know, maybe that's fine. With this one, that's got that and that. That one's good. That one's blown. That one's blown because of that. This one's blown because of that. That field there is almost certainly going to be a problem. Wow. You know what? I'm going to call it good enough. At least, you know, I got 50 points because of the sides, and I made a perfect and got a few more tiles. And I guess, you know, don't worry, be happy. I don't know. We're good. Do I want to put fields in that direction or fields down here? Good question. Like so? Or like so. Well, that gives me 3 sides right off the top. That's not bad. And then that one got perfected. I didn't even notice. Cool beans. The surprises. It's a happy little surprise. I feel like the painter there. Anyway, I'm calling this done. This is how the game is played. I am streaming it this afternoon in, well, it's going be about 11 o'clock when this is up. So about 5 hours from now, I will be streaming this with some keys to give away. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your kindness and your ongoing support through a bit of a bumpy ride in life this last few weeks, but it's going to be okay. And the sun is shining and it's spring. Take care, everybody. Thank you for your kindness. Thumbs up if you like some part of this, and I hope to see you this afternoon. Bye-bye.